Evil Dead, Rise from the Ashes, written by Arkansas Ash.
Chapter 6. I leaned back against the pillows, watching the trembling light of the setting sun filter through the sheer curtain of my uncle's bedroom. Shadows danced across the walls, mirroring the turmoil in my mind. As I opened the box, I felt my heart race. Dust motes swirled as I peeled back the layers of crumpled paper, revealing an assortment of ancient letters, each tied with faded string. The first my uncle's scrawl revealed itself to be both a welcome and a warning. To my dear Ash, it began. If you are reading this, I am beyond this world, and the truth must now be known. The letters that follow contain revelations about our family's past and your destiny, a destiny that is both a burden and a profound honor. May God forgive you and myself for putting you through this. I know deep down you will make the right choice, and if you need any help, ask for Robert and the others in the clan except Marcus. I fear something bad will happen to him when he finds out that he was not picked for this task. Good luck, Ash. As his words left a tremor of trepidation in me, I reached for the next letter. Its yellowed edges trembled beneath my fingers as I unfolded it. What I read took an unexpected turn. It detailed the journey of a lost hero. His name was Ashley Joanna Williams. Whoever read this, my name is Ashley Joanna Williams, or Ash. My story begins long ago when my best friend, his girlfriend Shelley, my girlfriend Linda, and my sister Cheryl went to a cabin in the woods for a weekend. There we found something there that would change everything. Necronomicon Ex Mortis, the Book of the Dead. We also found some stuff as well with the book, a tape recorder of a professor who found the book and brought it to his cabin, the same cabin me and the others were staying to translate the book. A dagger made out of bone and steel, a shotgun, and many others. We played the tape, and something happened one by one. My friends and my sister turned into demons, and I had no choice to kill them, but the evil wasn't gone. It came back and took over my body for a short time, and later on my hand, which I had to cut it off. But worse, more people showed up, and the evil once more ravaged me and the others, until Annie, the professor's daughter, found a spell to send the evil back, but she died before it was completed, which caused me to be thrown, not just the evil, but me as well, in the past. I found myself in the past, the 1300s, where I was surrounded with looked like a bad Ren Fair event put together. It wasn't until the wise man, who was Lord Arthur's advisor, told him I was the chosen one, who was written in that book, was sent to help them. As first author, did believe I was the chosen one, and accused me of being one of Henry the Red's men. Boy, did I showed him wrong when I was taken back to his castle, and had to fight a gang of deadits in a foul pit that smelled so bad I barfed a few times there. While there, I ran into a young lady which later on became my wife. Her name was Sheila Campbell. She was staying there because her homeland got attacked, and her brother thought it would be better for her to stay with Lord Arthur's castle until the threat was dealt with. I also found out her brother died while fighting Henry's men, and she thought I killed him. But later on she knew the truth and tried to forgive me for her actions. I was pissed at her, but later on I forgave her. And, well, let's say she stood by me, even when I was at my lowest point and my highest points in my life, until the day she died. Tears began to fall from my face a little as I read it. I don't know why I was crying, as if something was telling me something that was laid dormant all these years coming up from the service. I began to wipe them away as I read more. At the time, I wanted to go home, I felt out of place. But it wasn't until the wise man told me that the only way to return was to get the book, that same book, that caused all my problems. Mind you, reader, the wise man told me there was a spell to return me to my time, so I left to find it at the old graveyard, which was a 2-day ride before I left. The wise man wanted me to remember some words before taking the book from its resting place, but I said the wrong words, and will all hell broken loosen. So I had to fix this, and it was not easy. But in the end, we fought the army of darkness and brought peace once more. In the end, the wise man found the spell and was about to send me back the following day when I found out that Sheila was pregnant. I was a bit heartbroken with the news and had to choose go back to my own time and leave her to raise the kid on her own, or stay. In the end, I stayed, and to top it off, I abandoned my last name and took her last name. Wait, what? Ash took the name Campbell instead of Williams? Paradoxes spiraled in my mind. Why on earth would he do that? Was it that Sheila was the last of the Campbells? Maybe that's why, or there is more than meets the eye. There was one person I think he can help unravel this, Robert. After all, he is now the keeper of the records of the family, so he should know this stuff. Then I do. I will wait until he gets back to ask him. The third letter was the most foreboding. Penned by a wise man from fables untold, it whispered of the perils awaiting a descendant of the chosen one. I leaned forward as I read, my heart pounding violently against my chest. Evil shall rise again, it warned. In the year 2025, a darkness will seep through the cracks of reality. Chaos will reign if left unchecked. The one who bears the white stripe and fire in his heart will rise to meet this challenge. But he will only prevail if he acknowledges his destiny. But he will not be alone. 4 more will rise from the ashes, will fight as well. The implication rattled me. The ink swam before my eyes, and I could hardly discern the distinction between fear and exhilaration. I had lived a life filled with the grotesque and bizarre. Was this another elaborate prank, or a call to arms crafted from a fantasy? My life had become a flickering candle, growing dim against the weight of such profound inheritance. I sank back into the bed, burdened by the enormity of it all. Flashes of my youth tumbled through my mind, chaotic images of battles fought in imaginary realms. I had always dreamt of being a hero, slaying dragons with nothing but my wit and charisma. But now, the allure of adventure twisted with the grave reality of consequences. I had turned my back on heroism, instead content with the complacent embrace of mediocrity. In that dim room, littered with memories of my uncle and tales of magnificence, I felt that invisible line slicing through my motivations, a divided heart between self-preservation and the echoes of fate calling my name. The bed creaked beneath me, the letter resting like a torch illuminating my choices. Could I rise to the occasion? What kind of world awaited if I turned my back? Or was this destiny merely a trick of fate, a compelling narrative woven into my quaint existence as an actor? I could think of all that could go wrong, the risk of plunging into madness, confronting evil head-on once more. What if I failed? What if I died? The door to the room opened, and Robert stepped in with an ice pack on his hand as he looked at me. "What is it, Ash?" He looked at me a bit confused, but realized something was up. "Robert, we need to go to the library right now. We got some work to do now," I said, getting out of bed and grabbing the contents from the box. As we were leaving the room, we were stopped by none other than Lucy. "And where are you two going?" she asked us. "We're going to the library for some research," I said to her. She smiled at us. "All right, lead the way." "What?" said Robert, a bit confused. "Trust me, boys, you need all the help you need. Plus, I promised Uncle Angus to keep you two out of trouble as much as I can," she said, walking down the hall with us to the library.